I'm Wyatt.
I'm Aaron.
I'm Bobby.
I'm Mark.
I'm Frank.
We are the Blank Regeneration, and you're watching No Huntsville.
This episode of No Huntsville is brought to you by Wish You Were Beer, bottle shop and tap room. Are you ready, Joe?
Ready, Tom.
All right. This is Tom.
I'm Joe.
And this is No Huntsville. Again, we have Carrie back in here from Free the Hops to expose us to more cool stuff going on here in Huntsville. We have the Madison County Volunteer Lawyers Program, Angela and William, both from that organization, to talk to us about something really cool coming up for a special kind of a charity event, which is really nice. And thanks, guys, for coming in and speaking with us today.
Thanks for having us.
So we're going to talk about the Pro Bono Brews event going on October 2nd from 6 to 10 at the Depot Roundhouse, right? Mm-hmm. You can check out information on that at probonobrews.com, Facebook.com/Pro Bono Brews. And why don't you guys give us the information behind the event and what's going on with it?
Sure. Yeah, it's our second annual Pro Bono Brews. We had a huge crowd last year, unprecedented numbers of people coming out to sample beers that you can't always get in the Tennessee Valley. We
nice.
had this year we have 15 breweries, right? On 15, Carrie, including some new additions that we'll be talking about here in a little bit. And it's just a great time to come out, fall night, sample some beer and some good local food, and it's all for a good cause.
Very good. All right, so Carrie, you're here because you are the tie-in for the craft brews. Wait, I'll do it. We're going to do it together.
Nice.
I was trying to time it, but you went
close.
too quick.
Yes.
All right, so again, you're here because you are the tie-in for the craft brews here in town. You are the one that helped coordinate these great events and really pull people in that love craft beer into these events. So give us the background in this particular one and how the craft brew here locally is tying into that.
Sure. I've been very fortunate as part of Free the Hops to be engaged and invited by this awesome group of people. I love working with the lawyers because they are very organized. I love organization. But they invited us last year to be part of the event and help them kind of create something new and exciting for the community here. And they recognized that craft beer was coming online and really becoming something that the community really wanted.
Sure.
So we
you don't have to convince us, by the way. I mean, we're already it's preaching to the choir over here, especially people who watch
That's why you're
this.
my people.
Yes, exactly.
But, they really wanted to bring this aspect to the community and really, beef up their approach to their fundraiser.
Right. And
we were more than happy to engage with them and augment their great, event and turn it into something that really could be accessible to all.
Sure.
So this year, we have in front of us, most of you have in front of you here, we have the new addition to our brewery lineup, which is Singing River. They're out of Florence.
Okay.
We otherwise have all of the local breweries, which would be the 8 locals of Straight to Ale, Blue Pants.
Here we go.
Done this list. Rocket Republic, Salty Nut, Old Black Bear.
Right.
Below the Radar.
Gotcha.
Did I say Yellowhammer already?
You haven't yet.
Okay,
Go ahead.
Yellowhammer. And then that would leave the Brew Stooges.
Nice. Pick up, Joe.
On it.
Yeah, I
He's
knew
on
you were
it.
on the show for a
It's
reason.
a smart beer.
That's only 8 of our locals. We also will have Good People from Birmingham.
Nice,
We will have
good.
Cahaba, who doesn't already distribute here, so that's another great get for this. We're bringing in people that we don't already have distributing here
Okay.
to give them a footprint and give them an opportunity to share their beer with our local folks. We'll have Fairhope out of Mobile, which does not distribute here. They won our Pro Bono Cup last year, which was a fan favorite. So that's
People's
awesome.
choice.
Yes, People's Choice.
Nice.
And then we'll have Black Warrior out of Tuscaloosa. Tuscaloosa. And we'll have, let's see, I'm losing my count.
You're doing good, Carrie.
There's
Almost
15
there.
of us.
That's a lot to remember.
A lot of local beer.
I said Good People, and I said Cahaba, and I said Avondale. Avondale will be here, and Back 40.
Okay.
And I think we're getting close to 15. And if I've left anybody on, I
Singing
promise
River?
I will circle
Singing
back
River.
again. Singing River,
We talked
obviously.
about Singing River.
Singing
So talk
River,
to us about the Singing River that we're drinking right now that you poured for us.
This is a
that
double.
Joe already drank completely
Yes,
of.
yes.
Go ahead.
It's very good, by the way.
Joe's
We're gonna
already
skip it.
gone.
Oh, yeah.
He's already, he's
I'll do it.
left his
There we
cheers.
go. What are you drinking?
This is a Dunkel
William.
Weiss. A
Cheers.
Dunkel Weiss is going to be a cold weather beer, which is going to pair perfectly against the multitude of food vendors that we were going to have. We're going to have a small variety of local food vendors to be part of this with us.
All right.
And we typically
really good.
cull the beer list to make it fit appropriately with the food that we're going to be serving. So we will try to make sure that all the food works against the beers that we're going to have.
Nice.
So we'll be having some seasonals. Like last year, we were lucky enough to have Yellowhammer's Frankenhammer that was released that week. So we got that to be the first opportunity for it to be at an event.
Wow, yeah.
So we'll be working with all the breweries and distributors to bring some of those specialties to this mix.
Right.
So we'll have at least 2 brews from every single brewery that we plan to have. That's 15 breweries, so you can count that's 30 beers. Plus, some will give us some donations to go with this. So we'll have a little over 30-something beers. So.
Yeah, so I think we got the hook
Yeah.
here for the beers and the local craft brewer to bring people over. But William, I think you were talking earlier about this event and what the money that you guys generate from the event goes to, which is it's just pretty cool. So
Really cool.
and
let's
that's
talk about that a little bit.
That's really the importance of this whole thing.
Right.
It's kind of disguised behind a craft beer event, right? But
it brings people to the yard.
Whatever brings
Yeah.
whatever brings it for this event.
Good point. So basically, this 100% of the proceeds benefits the Madison County Volunteer Lawyers Program, which is a nonprofit based here in Madison County that serves Madison County and serves the needs of the community here. And so that was really one of the big focuses on our event, is that we wanted to promote local things, so local beers. We wanted to promote local food. We wanted to promote everything about the community, because all the proceeds are remaining here in the community to assist the community. And last year was the first year we did this, and it was kind of a gamble. It really took off, and we were very grateful for everyone who came and supported us. And so we're hoping to make this year's event even better for everybody involved, and it's for a good cause, and it's a great event.
Tell me about the cause, though. Tell me about the money.
Okay, so
where does the money go?
So Madison County Volunteers Lawyers Program, Angela can tell you better than I can, but she's the executive director, and it involves local attorneys who give of their time to help clients. And what Madison County Volunteer Lawyers Programs does is it takes need-based clientele who couldn't otherwise afford representation, and then Angela's group, or Madison County Volunteer Lawyers Program, gets them in touch with a lawyer that does the type of law that will encompass their needs, and arranges for that to be done free of charge to the person.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's a
So
pretty
we're
good
talking
cause.
like
awesome
family,
cause,
family
man.
law and
Family
So
law.
we call it basic civil needs cases.
Yeah.
It's not criminal, obviously. If you
Landlord,
accuse of a crime,
tenant.
you can get a court-appointed attorney.
Right.
But there's nothing like that for civil cases. So if someone needs help with a divorce, landlord-tenant, foreclosure, consumer debt cases, things where they just don't know what to do.
Right.
We have over 350 local attorneys who are very generous with their time and talent, and give it for free to those that we screen and take in and that determine need that assistance.
this program is huge. I mean, they have a huge basis of lawyers in this town who really give of their time and their energy and their expertise to really support this. So this is a great thing that we were super excited to get involved with.
It's really the type of thing that you only see in a really cities bigger than ours.
Yeah.
And so to have it in our community is really a blessing. However, one of the reasons you see it only in larger communities is because it does rely heavily upon raising funds.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
luckily, we live in a community where people give back, so it's really a blessing.
Well, that's pretty cool. So talk to me about some other things that are going on there besides the beer. I know you got some food there, so let's talk about a little bit about that too. So what's going on with that?
Yeah, we're working with some local food vendors to keep everything local. The food truck craze right now has hit Huntsville big time. So
Oh,
we're-
huge! Right? We all know about the truck craze going on.
So we're
right?
last year craft beer was really new,
Yeah.
so now we're trying to stay on the cutting edge, and we're talking to possibly some food truck vendors and working out those details to have some good local food to support, bring everything back to the local focus, and then Carrie is great at checking the food and matching it with the beer nicely and making it a nice early fall event. So
I do like food and beer.
Yeah, I think
My
that
two favorite
shows
things.
a little bit.
Great.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
Yeah, so I'm
Food and beer.
again
Two good things.
really
Yes.
excited about the whole event.
I'm
I mean,
contributing.
again, it's a great local craft beer is going to be there, but it's for a great cause. I mean, I can't imagine anything being better than helping out people who need legal representation, probably can't afford it, and I think that's a pretty good thing. It's a good.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah,
Well,
really
I mean,
is.
100% of this stays here. None of it goes
It's
anywhere
all local,
else.
right? Yeah.
It's one of the beauties of really all the things that Free the Hops likes to get involved with, it because it's truly all about the local, and we keep it here. So
And you guys met your goal last year, right? And you want to exceed it this year.
That's right.
We did. We were sort of overwhelmed by the crowd we had last
Awesome.
year. It was a great event, a beautiful night, and had really good feedback. And so we're trying to expand it this year and just grow from what we did.
We have a bigger venue this year.
Yeah.
We have the opportunity to invite more people in this year, and
Right.
last year was a sellout crowd.
Yeah.
Get
your tickets early.
now.
Get your tickets now.
As soon as they go on sale, and we want to keep it intimate, so I think this year we're going to kind of keep it reasonable as far as how many tickets we let to the public to keep it in some perspective and grow appropriately as we go along. So don't
And
wait
it
to
is-
get your tickets.
It's a public-driven event, so
Yes.
last year we exceeded our expectation of the amount of people would come and the amount of money that we'd raise, and we're hoping that will be the case again this year, so that we can continue to grow the event to where it's not just recognized locally as a great beer event, but regionally as a great beer event as well.
I think Free the Hops will help that a little bit.
We
very
try. We try. We bring a little bit of expertise to the process, and I mean
A
these
lot of
guys.
expertise too.
Thank you a lot.
Thank
Would
you.
not have happened remotely without y'all.
Well, I mean, and it's always great for us to work with organizations who really want to, embrace what we do and allow us to bring that knowledge base to them and to make it work for them.
Yeah,
because
sure.
that makes it work for the local breweries, and it just promotes our community as a whole.
It's
over-
really
across
multiple
the board.
wins on a whole bunch of different
Absolutely.
levels, and
Yeah.
it really helps
I
everybody
mean,
else. It's a really great event.
it benefits a whole tier of businesses and industry and just our community as a whole.
And people who can't afford to represent,
Well, yeah.
Representation, yeah, absolutely. So again, that's Madison County Volunteer Lawyers Program. We had Angela and William in here, of course, Carrie from Free the Hops. That is facebook.com/Pro Bono Brews, also probonobrews.com. You can check out all the information. That is October 2nd, 6 to 10 p.m. at the Depot Roundhouse. And I'd also like to say another thing. We have a new sponsor.
Yay!
Thanks to Carrie right here. We have Wish You Were a Beer. Is a great store.
Wow.
If you haven't been out there in Madison,
That's a nice T-shirt you
it's
got
a
there.
very you should try to get one.
They can retail.
Look here,
you can drink on site. You can buy homebrew
No,
experiences.
listen, Carrie, this is very serious because it's a great place to buy. First of all, buy all the local beer that you're trying to get, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
But also, you can drink inside the store. They
Yes.
have table, and I've done it.
Oh, can you?
Yes, you can. We've
It's
done
the
it.
only place you can reach.
So we've had
Wow.
we've had
I didn't
tables
know
in
that.
there, and we drank in there, and it's a great place.
Yes.
Plus, they've already
locally
said they're
owned.
fans of the show, which I can't wish for anything more. Plus, they get free T-shirts,
And they're locally owned.
and they're locally owned. How can you beat that?
And they're
So-
both veterans themselves who own it.
And you can get a bowl of pho right down the road.
Yeah, right next
Yes.
door. There's a good faux house
Yeah.
right there, so we've had that too. But
And
anyway,
there's- yeah.
a great new sponsor that we have for the show. This T-shirt will be put on the wall behind us for the show. Don't worry, Joe. And so we're really excited to have a new sponsor on it. And again, another great company that's supporting the show and that we will start supporting on a regular basis as well.
Awesome.
And again, thanks to Carrie for that because
Yeah.
she's our new advocate for local craft beer, which we're an advocate already for. So
I love that.
You're doing
And
a great job.
These guys are the ones who are really doing the heavy lifting in the community. So please, I want to give them the whole due on that because they're doing great things. For
Oh, they're doing
Very
absolutely
good.
wonderful
Yeah,
things.
appreciate
That's
that.
one of the best
Yeah.
causes I know about. Besides
Yeah.
Hands Across America.
Exactly. All right. Again, check out
And
Pro
I
Bono
wanna
Brews October
thank
2nd,
Henry, too.
6 to 10 at the Depot Roundhouse, and check them out facebook.com/Pro Bono Brews and probonobrews.com. Thanks, guys, for coming.
Thanks
in.
for having
Thanks
us.
for having
Appreciate
us.
Our beer
All right,
expert
that's it.
is
Yeah,
on
do an
Henry
outtake
Hiller.
Okay.
We're done.
Henry Hiller.
Y'all do an outtake promo for him, and
Yeah,
now
we
you
can
can.
do it.
Relatively.
What is the announcement?
Stay right there.
Okay,
Yeah.
I've got to go text my husband and get my notes.
All right, we'll wait for you.
I tried to get into it, but Tom started with his ZYP voice.